Andy Welsh, co-founder and president of Jibu. I'm here in Colorado today under a bit of a lockdown. I'm also representing Galen Welsh, co-founder and CEO, who is in Uganda in a bit more of a crazy lockdown. And we thought it would be just really nice to share with you personally, rather than through email, text, some of the really cool things going on in Africa with Jibu. We've never done this before. So I think you'll enjoy and appreciate some of the cool things going on. You'll find it encouraging and intriguing. First off, though, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. We call this newsletter you're on the Jibu Friends newsletter. And we really do see you as friends. Some of you have been with us from inception. You've stood with us through many things. You've been encouraging. You've helped us out in many ways. It's amazing. I don't know all of you anymore. Neither does Galen. It's grown to quite a large list. But for all of you, thank you for being a friend and a champion of Jibu. We couldn't be here and doing the things that you're going to hear about without you. So you're part of this, and we really appreciate it. Just as a quick overview of what we do, we equip entrepreneurs to launch businesses with drinking water as the core product using a franchise model. Now, it's not just drinking water. We also sell other healthy necessities, and you can even see in the background there's some fortified cereal perhaps that we sell. So it's things like this. We're actually a platform for last mile distribution of needed products and services to these communities. We're in 7 African countries. And the impact of the coronavirus is different, obviously, in each of these countries, as it is all over the world in different localities, and governments' responses to them are different. But let me tell you something. I mean, this is not the first or last or even the most difficult thing most of the population in the countries we serve have been through. They've faced many other pandemics, wars, natural calamities, and they're tough, they're seasoned. And it always amazes me when I'm there. I'm just blown away by the smile they're able to keep on their face and the context they're able to put things in. It's humbling. They stay joyful. They put me to shame, and they put most of us to shame, just how they're able to be buoyant through things like this. So we're honored and privileged. We feel like we work with the kings and queens among people there, and they're amazing people. And we just so are honored and appreciate having the privilege to work with them there through these type of situations. Our network is pretty complex and large, and across these countries. We have employees, of course, but that's a very small port. We have over 1,000 folks in our network. Most of those are employed by our franchise owners. They're the franchisees, and they have employees. And then on top of that, we have business owners who have purchased the rights to certain countries, and they have franchisees and employees under them. So it's sometimes difficult to get a message across that's both broad enough to cover the diversity and also specific enough to be helpful. So that's what we try to do, and that's what I want to share with you a bit today is some of the messaging and some of the responses and what's happening. So the framing and posture we take, and we encourage them to take, is not one of panic, but of calm urgency. Calm urgency. It's because we believe that that's the mindset that historically people have taken that's produced the highest probability of surviving and thriving through crises like this. I think even it applies to sports teams and many other things in life. This type of attitude. A second thing is to view this as an opportunity to maintain and grow the Jibu brand. Now, people think a brand is just your outward projection, your appearance that you give customers or the world. Of course, it is that, but it's way more than that to us. To us, it's the heart. It's our heart. It's who we really are. You know, in situations like this, strip away the outward appearances and all the images we like to keep up so that the true heart can come out. And that's what's so sort of encouraging in this situation by us. We were built for such a time as this, and people's hearts are coming out. And it's a chance to grow the brand. A brand that doesn't have a heart is not going to last very long through tough times like this. So, and we've worked very hard to build a business built on the right principles and doing the right things. In addition, partnering with the best people we can. It's because we believe that good people and good businesses rise to the occasion when challenges like this happen. And good news, the foundations we've laid to handle the tough environments we're already in is really paying off right now. We're not only standing, but it is an opportunity for us to shine and to grow. I'll give you one example. So we started offering free delivery to our customers last week. Now, we've been doing delivery in many of our countries, not all of them, but many of them we have delivery. We're ramping that up now. But here's the cool thing. Even before we got our heads together to figure out how to do that and how to offer it, many of our franchisees and business owners were already doing that and much more. Now, why is that? Well, it's because ownership, true 100% ownership, is at the core of our business. What drives our business are these folks that are in their neighborhoods, they have a territory, and they care passionately about their business in that territory. They care passionately about the customers in their area. It's their passion, it's their creativity that really make our business work. Without them, we would just have company stores, and we get nowhere near that impact, I think, particularly in these type of situations. So how we're framing this to our customers in terms of this is make this an opportunity to be a hero to your customers. Stretch and sacrifice dollars, time, energy, money. Of course, safely. We have hygiene procedures in place. We've always had them. We've stepped those up, of course, so we're not asking for that. But there are so many ways that we can stretch and be a hero to the people that most need us right now. And of course, we have to be, as a company, heroes to our franchisees. Sometimes they think we're rich and we have to solve all their problems, and that even happens now a bit, but that's not the dynamic we want. And this is sort of making it better in terms of that dynamic, where it's both bottoms up and top down and partnering together with either one of us making no excuses. Just, we have a job to do, let's get to it. Now, I want to say one other thing. In this situation, our focus is, as many of you know, is the urban underserved populations, high density population areas in these countries. So as you know, this particular pandemic disproportionately impacts urban environments, it seems. So we were made for a time as this, not of our own doing, by the way. I mean, this is a business strategy we had, but we're sort of in the right place at the right time right now, which is actually really cool. So the messaging we're giving, really simply, is really three things that we're trying to build on with this. Is number one, treat your customers as your most loved family members. Now, how do you treat family members? Well, it's heart to heart. And out of that heart-to-heart love that you have, right actions come forth. So it's a time to be proactive in terms of understanding the customer. Even if they're not in lockdown, it's a time of confusion, a time of fear. Understand your customer, reach out to them, and go the extra mile to help them, to relate to them and help them get through this properly. Secondly, grasp the opportunity. This really is an opportunity. We've always been on the front line of healthcare, but even more so now. We're more valued. We're classified as essential services in most of the countries at this point. We encourage them, look at your old your database and look for customers that maybe dropped off the list. Can you reach out to them again? Can you bring them back in? Can you talk with them? This is the time to actually work hard. We actually say to them, if you're not more tired at the end of the day, by the time through this season, maybe you're not hustling enough. There are seasons of life where you just have to pick it up and do it, but there'll be no regrets at the end. You'll look back on this with fondness and pride that, you'll be talking about this years from now of how you responded and how people responded to you through this time. So just realize the season that you're in and take an opportunity of it. And thirdly, build for tomorrow. Better tomorrows are built on decisions we make today. And good decisions, we have opportunity. There's many today's right now for us to make some decisions in. So how we represent it to them and encourage them is build goodwill in your customers, invest in them, give them something extra, give them something extra of value. I like to say it this way, and I never quite get this right, but sort of look at their heart as a bank deposit, a place to do a bank deposit, and deposit into that. That builds lifelong friendships and connections. I've been going to Africa for some 25 years. I still hear stories about wonderful things and heroic things that people and companies did for others in times of crisis throughout the years. So this is a time to actually do those type of things. We are a refill business, by the way, with water refills. And water refills depend on loyalty and enthusiasm. What better time to remember that and focus on that for building the business? But in summary, doing business right is good business. But even if it's not good business, it's still right. This is a time to realize that life is bigger than business and to do the right things. And that's the challenge, really, I think, for all of us, is to put this in context and get through this properly. And, we say to them, when you get squeezed, what comes out? Is it anger, fear, confusion, frustration? All of us have this right now. We're humans, and this is a really difficult situation. But I hope more than that, courage, passion, kindness is what's most evident. And courage is not the absence of fear or confusion. It's doing the right thing in the face of it. And that's the time we're in right now. So this is a reset to a new normal for us, but a chance for us to be better. And I'm encouraged by the things I see that we're rising to that occasion, not without our challenges, of course. It's still, the story still remains to be told how this is all going to play out, of course, but it's encouraging right now. And I hope you find this encouraging. If you want to learn more, how to be maybe involved, you want to just learn some more about what we're doing, just ping us. You have ways to reach us. And again, I can't thank you enough for being our friends. Friends are for times like this. And so we deeply appreciate you and hope you're doing well. Thank you.